Recording in progress.
Okay. Good evening to everyone. We are going to start our presentation, Digiu's presentation. We know that when we talk about Digiu is our business, is our ecosystem. That is why it's very important for all of us to know what is Digiu all about. Because when we talk about Digiu, we are talking about a wonderful business. Okay, we are talking about a wonderful business. So we talk about Digiu. So when we talk about Digiu stands for, just wait a bit. Okay. So Digiu ecosystem, in fact, we started since 2019. So here it is to become the co-owner of an ecosystem of artificial intelligence gadgets or an artificial intelligence technology. So it's not just about gadgets, it's also about technology. First of all, it is simple, it is clear, and the real ownership. Okay. So this is Digiu. Here we have two possible scenarios in the future. First of all of us, we subscribe, we are in, let's say, some applications, let's say some social network and so on. That means you just subscribe and so on, or you are inside the ecosystem, you are part of the ecosystem. That means you belong to the ecosystem. That means either you are a subscriber or you are a co-owner. In fact, you are the one to choose what you want to become among those two possibilities. But between 2030 and 2028 and 2030, artificial intelligence is implemented everywhere. You know, we have four dimensions of, let's say, four revolutions, let's say in computers domain. First of all, we have the discovery of the computer. Secondly, we have the development of internet. After that, we have the rise of social network, and today we are at the dimension of blockchain and artificial intelligence. And here we have the possibility also to enter in that dimension. This is a new revolution of computer science, or let's say of IT. But how are you going to behave in this dimension? Smart assistants become as common as the internet and smartphone. Routine emails, documents, and searches are handled automatically. Those who use artificial intelligence work faster, learn more easily, and earn more. Major players like Apple, Microsoft, and in fact, embed AI directly into devices and operating systems. So it's very important to know that today we also have like LLM model like Grok, ChatGPT, and so on that are already used about, let's say, they are in the market today. So between, in fact, the capitalization of that is about, let's say, 2 billion of people are connected through it. So we still have a part, let's say, a dimension of market in artificial intelligence today. By between 2030 and 2035, digital copies and robots will work for you. This is a great statement of Elon Musk that said, I think that by 2040, there will probably be more humanoid robots than people. Every country will have an artificial intelligence or multiple artificial intelligences, and there will be many robots, far more robots than people. This is Elon Musk that said it. So your personal artificial intelligence knows you, your preferences, help you to make some decision work for you 24 hours per day and 7 days per week. You see, robots and agents become part of your daily life and business, just like household appliance today. A new economy emerges. Incomes is generated by assistance, services, and robotic tools. So now, like that, we have too many, all those trends that are going forward today. We are going to have about 5 million industrial robots are already in operations. So by 2027, 60% of PC, that means personal computers, will be sold, let's say, without out of the box, so of AI future. So when we see all those elements, now AI controlled by corporations. Today, as we are talking, you will realize that the AI are controlled by corporations. That means there are too many companies, in fact, some great companies that are in the market today. In fact, they are the one controlling our artificial intelligence. They are the one, in fact, handling the data of people. And sometimes we do not know that every time we are using those companies, we are also participating to train their, or let's say their system, or let's say their AI, so their LLM. So why we have something like that? What will be in the future? The global market of the, let's say, of AI by 2033 will be about $4.8 trillion. So why we have something like that? There is a great market even for us, especially for Digiu. Now you need to know that artificial, let's say USA and American corporation control about 90% of artificial intelligence and GPUs. So just imagine some, let's say, great company like NVIDIA, Microsoft, Alphabet, Meta, OpenAI, and so on. In fact, they have almost the whole, in fact, they have the whole market in artificial intelligence. So we have now a solution to have, let's say, we may have another approach of that, is for us to develop some, in fact, they develop some chips and new computing standard for AI. In fact, here we need to see that to have a solution of the market today for some great company not to have all our data, our information, and so on, it is good for us now, in fact, to have a decentralized AI. That is the solution we may have now in the market. Now, see something. The demand for creating an alternative to the US monopoly is growing. In fact, from 2020 to 2022, we are seeing that more and more, in fact, US has the monopoly in the market. Now, we may have also a decentralized AI that is an alternative for us to know and to understand, in fact, to have, let's say, an alternative of some company that are controlling the whole market. What is that alternative? Is that the decentralized AI infrastructure for personal AI. That is what we call decentralized AI. That means the infrastructure for personal AI. The general AI evolves into personal AI. We must move from the general AI into the personal AI. Some people may ask themselves, how come, or let's say, how can we have a personal AI? Just see, in fact, in comparison with what we had with the computer, at a certain time, we started by what? There are computers that were available for government. After that, we have the computers that were available for businesses. That means great companies and so on. They could have some computers. After that, we have company, let's say the computers available, let's say to specialists. That means some people that were really important. They used to have their, let's say, computers. But later on, or let's say today, we have personal computer. That means computers that are available for individuals, or let's say everyone may have his own computer. So it will also be the same thing, let's say, with artificial intelligence evolution. First of all, artificial intelligence is for government. After that, we are going to have artificial intelligence available for businesses. After that, artificial intelligence will be available for specialists, but we are going to the level where artificial intelligence, in fact, will be available for individuals. That means it will no longer be artificial intelligence for some people, let's say for some government or let's say great company, but we are getting into artificial intelligence available for people. Digiu has been building personal artificial intelligence since 2020, let's say 2019. Decentralized AI is infrastructure for personal AI. That means when we talk about decentralized AI, we need to talk about the infrastructure for personal AI. While solving problems at the individual and business level, we realized we were creating solutions for humanity and government. So this is what we are creating. Yeah, when talking about Digiu, it's important to know the founders of Digiu, or let's say those people that are bringing, let's say, this solution in Digiu. First of all, we have Alexei Oniev, that is the CEO of Digiu. We also have Alexander I, that is the general partner of WebWise Capital. So he is the one, let's say, thinking about WebWise Capital, putting too many, let's say, projects together to build, in fact, the whole Digiu ecosystem. We have Peter Tagunov, that is the AI advisor, and we also have Boris Pova, that is the blockchain advisor, and that is also the CEO of EWA. Digiu ecosystem. Here we have at a certain level, we have the management company, we have the investment dimension, we have the fintech, we have the R&D, you see. We also have the alpha, let's say alpha U. We have also the infrastructure. Inside the infrastructure, we may have the decentralized AI, validators, mining, and even data center. So these are elements that compose the Digiu ecosystem, because when we talk about Digiu ecosystem, in fact, it is too many concepts put together for just one ecosystem. You are going to understand it more, let's say, later on. Here in our portfolio, we have more than 30 transactions. We're talking about the transaction, we are talking about the projects and the technologies on the market since 2029. Some people may ask themselves, why are we developing too many products like that? It's because for our ecosystem, all those elements will in fact play a main role for our ecosystem, in fact, to function. So today, in fact, we have more than 150,000 people that are using, or let's say that are inside Digiu ecosystem. We have more than 200, let's say 24,000, let's say co-owner of the ecosystem. That means those people that invested in Digiu and that have some shares. We also have more than 500 people that are active, or let's say using Digiu Alpha. We have more than 137 validators, Solana validators. Later on, it's good to know that what co-owners have already received, in fact, in 5 years. First of all, the commercial products have paid more than $2 million, of course. We have paid dividends 7 times. In fact, it was 6 times, but let's say the last 2 weeks, I think, last week, yes, last week we also paid the dividend for the 7th time. In fact, we bought back some shares. That means some people that did not want like to continue with Digiu, we give them back their money. That means we also have that possibility with Digiu today. Now let's talk a bit about personal AI, or let's say personal artificial intelligence, and the devices we can have, the devices that work for you. When we talk about the devices that work for you, that means we may have too many devices. First of all, let's talk about this AI tracker. In fact, you are putting something, a tracker like in your hand, like on your hand like that, and it is, in fact, artificial intelligence is connected. So we also have AI watch, we have AI speaker, we also have AI glasses. That means you have your glasses like that, but it's not normal glasses. In fact, there are some applications inside artificial intelligence. in fact, the augmented reality is working there, and you may have some information scan, some figure things, and giving some solution as you have your glasses. You see how we are going forward. We have AI card. I want to say that, in fact, we have AI card and we are even in promotion. So it's very important for all of us to know that, in fact, we are in promotion with, let's say, our card. And we are using this card that may have too many functionalities more than the card, let's say the Visa card and the MasterCard we have today. So personally, I am using those cards, let's say, to do some let's say some ads on Facebook, and later on we will have, in fact, we also have the AI hub. You just imagine that you may have your hub there that is having all your information working on your artificial intelligence, and it is from there that, in fact, we are going to have our decentralized AI when you have your AI hub. So for those future, you understand that everything will be built and put in place for you to have your decentralized AI, and it is on it we are working today. You need to know, first of all, that we have those gadgets. Now, what is the decentralized AI? You know, for example, to understand what we call decentralized AI, sometimes you need to understand sometimes you need to understand the dimension of general AI. First of all, the general AI, you may have what we call, in fact, everything you are doing here, it goes now to the servers, or let's say to the technology of, to those people that own the company, analyzing your data, understanding you, having all your information now to bring you the, let's say, the solution. Now, it is good, but just know that some people are working on your data. That is what you have to know. Secondly, when it is like that, sometimes the generalized AI do not know you personally, do not know your activity personally. In fact, they are just giving some idea about the generalization. But when we are on personal AI, first of all, you need to have some gadgets that are personal, that are to you. That means working on you, bringing you some solution, knowing what you have, you need for your life. You have, first of all, from that, some incomes. Digital immortality will come from there. That means that artificial intelligence, we start to know you, we study you, we bring you your conception to a kind of dimension where, in fact, they will know exactly what you like, what you need, what you want, your ambitions, and so on. That means they study you in such a way that you are, let's say, at the evolution of the technology, and even a copy of yourself can be working for you. That means your assistant, your personal assistant. That is what we call the personal AI. Just imagine where a system where we have, let's say, something where we have a system of everyone having its own gadget, its own personal AI. First of all, we have freedom, equal opportunities, and also it is a good business, $1 trillion business. It is what we want to do, because most of those artificial intelligence we are using, that is good, of course, but you know that maybe you do not really earn from that. But when you have your personal AI, it will be a solution to what we have today in the market. Now, see something. We have the B2C, that means business to customer solutions, that are as artificial intelligence assistant, digital copy of identity, digital immortality, fintech service, liquidity management, wallet, KYC. In fact, all those elements that are from business to customer solutions. That means from the business to the customer, let's say to the people that relate with the people, solutions that we may have. Digital immortality. Some people may not know what we say when we talk about digital immortality. Just imagine that your artificial intelligence, the copy of your identity, knows everything about you in details. You used to work with that. You need to give some task for it, in fact, for your artificial intelligence to work, for your assistant, in fact, all those elements. And even when you will no longer be in this world, in fact, it can continue work for you and continue your vision until. That means even your children will continue working, being trained, knowing your vision, your ambition. Maybe if you have a hair, from there you will know, and so on. It is where we are going to. That means even if you are no longer in this world, in fact, your artificial intelligence will continue to work because it has your vision. So this is where we are going to. Also, we have the B2B solution, that means business to business solution. You have the fintech, payment, liquidity, management, transaction, compute sharing, consulting, fundraising, technology expertise, infrastructure deployment. So now like that, let's see a bit this thing. Receive state accreditation as an IT company. Here we are talking about the accreditation, because some people may say that if you are working with all those elements, you see, but what is the proof that you now will not maybe go away, maybe running with our own things and so on? No. Just know that, in fact, we have some accreditation, let's say from Russian Federation. Now, like that, we are in some partnership and innovation, even with some, let's say, university. For example, the CEO was informing us that Alexander I presently is in Africa, especially in South Africa. That means now like that they are doing things, partnership with university and so on. This is what Digiu is doing today. Now like that, we have submitted document now in BVI, holding company registration. In fact, we are registered already in BVI. We are registered there already. In fact, you will have the confirmation very soon. We have also too many jurisdictions that are there for web-wise capital. For example, we have the USA. In fact, we have also the BVI, the British Virgin Island. So here, because they are the best in the world. For example, here it is where Alpha, our product Alpha is registered. And this is one, let's say, one of the best jurisdiction in the whole world. It is there where BlackRock is registered. So this is the jurisdiction of our companies. Digiu, in fact, in 3 to 5 years, in fact, the value of the company will be very, very, very great, because for people and society, artificial intelligence and data under your control. That means you can control your artificial intelligence. That is one of the advantage. For the investor and affiliate, now like that, by 2024, in fact, we will launch the digital identities gadget home AI PC. That means by 2 years, in fact, 1 year and 2 years from today, in fact, we are going to have our digital identity. That means someone that can know you and that will do things for you. And even for the users, digital identity will work to 44 hours per day and 7 hours per week. Just imagine, it is what we are going to do by that time. So it's very important for you and I to be part of this product, that is, let's say, this project that is Digiu. What will happen if you remain just an observer? Some people may say, in fact, everything you are talking like this, in fact, is it very important for me? Maybe me, I will just remain me like this. First of all, your skill will lose value. You will lose value. Why? Because if you do not use technology, just know that, in fact, you will go back from the society. Secondly, you will become a tenant of someone else's technology. You just know that today, in fact, we are using too many other technology. We do not even have control over ourselves, over our lives. That is why you will become the tenant of someone else's technology. And after that, the window of the opportunity in Digiu will be closed. Today, you have the possibility, in fact, to be part of this window. That means to be part of this product, not just this project. So if you are not an investor, in fact, this window will be closed. After that, it will be too late. But now your role in Digiu, first of all, you can be in Digiu as a user. That means you receive personal AI gadgets and apps for you. You study and your daily life and so on. You can be also an investor. That means you decide to invest. That means to be a co-owner of Digiu, a co-owner of this technology. You can also decide to be an affiliate or let's say a leader. That means you build your team. Not first of all you invest, and secondly you build your team. You develop your team inside Digiu ecosystem. Digiu is not just a service. It is an opportunity to own a piece of technologies you use every day. So this is what you need to know about Digiu. What will you receive if you are a Digiu owner? First of all, the share value will grow. Just imagine that you invest in such a company today. When the value share will grow, then you will also earn. Secondly, the share sell. In fact, you can sell your shares maybe some years later, and you may have 2 or 3 times the return, let's say the value that you have invested now. So this is what you can have. You can have dividend, you see, because 50% of the ecosystem product revenue is given as dividend for life. So this is also what you can have. And now you can have some privileges like discount and early access to alpha service, validators, training, gadgets, and infrastructure. That means you have some privileges from the company. Secondly, alpha, your digital identity and life memory. So you have the possibility, in fact, to start working with alpha today. We also have what? The status and participation. That means there are too many things that we may have for the life of the company and so on, and you may be participating in it. The new profession in Digiu ecosystem. In fact, by the way, there are too many professions even in Digiu ecosystem. For example, auth operator, or let's say validator, regional representative. You can represent maybe your country. In fact, there are too many things that we are going to do, let's say inside the countries and so on. And maybe the company may need some people. That means you can have like a career with Digiu. We may have the business to business integrator. That means in Digiu, it is possible for you to have it, let's say inside Digiu. And after that, you have the tech volunteers. That means there are some new, first of all, domain. We have some new, let's say, professions that will be created, that will be in Digiu, and it is possible for you to be part of that. So we have, first of all, the training, income, and also the growth of the ecosystem. So become a co-owner of let's say, ecosystem of artificial intelligence, gadget, and financial technology. First of all, simple entry, clear value, and real ownership. Very important for you. The bridge round is a period of 2 years, you see, of transition to series, you see, with the target of capitalization of $500 million. So this is the capitalization, the liquidity that we want to have in such a system. The goal is to raise, you see, let's say $50 million and 10% of the company in 12 stages over 2 years. So this is what we are doing with your money. That means when you invest in Digiu, this is what we are doing. In fact, the roadmap, we have the first step, the money we are supposed to collect. During the first step, we have the second step, we have the third step. In fact, we have the 12 steps. In fact, the money we want to receive during all those moments. So that is very important. Now, we have stage 0, stage 1, stage 2, and at every stage, what we are supposed to do, especially in Digiu ecosystem, and we will refund money from the first investment within 14 days. That means for a new investor, you can come and invest, and if maybe by 14 days you want to, in fact, you do not want to continue, in fact, at that time, you can say that you abandon your investment. So it is a bit like that. How to invest? First of all, have a user account. That means register. Maybe you are here because somebody invited you, let's say in Digiu ecosystem. That is the first thing. The second thing now, choose a suitable share package. That means a share package that you know that you will work with for your whole life. So this is the second thing we are supposed to know. Now, the third thing now is to pay. Listen to me, it is better for you to have the best, let's say, package, to take the best package that you can have now. You know, some people, when they start coming, they just put the least package. Some people ask themselves the question, what is the least package that I can have here? It's not about the least package. Now, think about this question. If you had the possibility to invest in a company that can change your life, how much will you invest? In fact, it's not just the simple money, maybe the money to rent, the money to eat that you may have. No, it's in fact you are going to invest to give the whole potential that you have, because you know that your life depends on that. So that is where I want you to have this kind of vision, for you to have million shares here in Digiu. So don't say that no, in fact, I didn't know, because more and more we are going forward, the share price will increase. So your participation can be in three formats. Either the crowd format, that means you invest like everyone, that is less than $5,000. $5,000. It can be the syndicate. That means you are bringing, you people are in a syndicate. You see, that means here it is between 5,000, 50,000 dollars and $500,000. And the last format is the venture capital format, that is above $5,000. Let's say $500,000. Thank you. So these are the three possibilities, the three dimensions of investors we can be. So it is a bit like that for Digiu. Be a Digiu investor, and I know that it will change your life forever. Now, read this. From $1 to a letter, from $100 to $1 million, every contribution brings Digiu closer to the next stage of its development. That is why all of us, we are important. First of all, to bring this ecosystem to a certain dimension where you will influence the whole world. But secondly, we are going to be part of such an ecosystem that will influence the whole world. Just think about companies like Facebook. If you had the possibility to invest in Facebook in 2024, how would you do? If you have the possibility to invest to Google in their early stages, how will you do? Today, in fact, it's not easy to invest in those companies, but it is important to invest. It is possible to invest in Digiu. That is why I really want to draw your attention on that. Don't say that you did not have the information. You have the information now. Invest in Digiu, and the future is already here. Thank you very much for your kind attention. All right. Now, like that, we are going to continue. First of all, I will give the floor to Mr. Gaffer. Mr. Gaffer, if he has something to say, something to add. Mr. Gaffer, you have the floor.
Yes. Very, very good. A very, very good evening to all of members of this wonderful our community. Yes, I'm really and really I'm telling you that you have made wonderful this presentation regarding how we are just passing this path is what we are and what we are going to reach for the future. For future, definitely, it is wonderful. So this, the session led by you. Thank you very much, Mr. Junior. I'm really grateful for such kind of wonderful that speech what you have done. And you have mentioned very, very crucial moments of development of this company. That was the first of what I would like just to point some point just to add that. So for the time being, the second stage of this project round is going on, And as you have also mentioned it, we have 2 months, 2 years, slightly more, but we will be reaching this final that stage that is so we have 12 these stages for this round, for this stage. So we have a plan to raise a fund for 730 thousand in dollars. Definitely, we are doing it successfully. And I'm seeing and I'm following that our respected African community, and especially these English-speaking countries, they are very, very actively participating. And so I think that without any difficulties, we will be passing and we will be reaching this final goal. Within 10 more pending these stages, we will be completing. And the goal is 50 rising from 25 to $50 million. And once we have reached it, I mean, or we will gather that one. So the total amount, the total fund that will be capitalization of our respective companies, it will be 500 in million dollars. Definitely, this is wonderful opportunity in order to raise and move more to what horizons we have in our future. So within these two years, once when we have completed these stages, what we have 12. So we have three these options ahead of us. First of all, it is IPO. The second is IDO, and the third is Serial A. Serial A. What does it mean? Suppose today we have purchased it, or you have purchased it a new package. Package. So this package of these shares, it will be transformed into securities, and your securities will be listed. Your securities, they will be listed in any centralized stock exchange. So most probably, so we have some exchanges even in African continent, and they will be listed over there also. Globally, it will be listed. And most probably the price for every share, it will start from 10 cents. From 10 cents, it will be starting and gradually it will be going up. The second option, that is ideal. Initially, decentralized yes, offer. What does it mean? That means that shares what you have with yourself or you have purchased it with the packages what you within yourself, they will be transferred into tokens. That means that your shares, they will be tokenized and they also will be listed in decentralized market. Likewise, what we have already listed our AVA tokens in different DeFi markets. That is also it's very, very attractive. The price also of every unit of this token also will be starting from 10 cents most probably, it seems. And the third option is that is Series A. What does it mean, the Series A? So that means that we will be having, or we will be talking, or we will be communicating with strategic investors. Strategic investor, it means that the investors or global investors, they will be just purchasing or getting or obtaining a lump of these stakes of company. And that will be huge, I mean, in these tokens. And out of this account, the company will be just offering everyone to sell back their shares or packages. Likewise, what we have done buyback last year in December, we have done it. Last year we were doing it. So that will be, I mean, everybody will be offered it to sell back. But that time, the holders or package holders or owners, they will be not granted or given this only in percentage some benefits. No, it will not. That will be in excesses. For example, you have purchased a package for $1,000 in 2024, 23, or whenever. You have purchased it. So that may be your privileged shares, that will be your common shares. So you will be offered it to sell back for X's. Suppose you have purchased it for $10,000 this package, and you will be offered to sell it back for 20,000 or 30,000 in dollars. I think that is wonderful opportunity to everyone. So there's three ways ahead of us, three options ahead of us. So, but a part of it, you will be having wonderful opportunity also with yourself that not to sell it back. You will be keeping it with yourself. Shares will be with yourself. Packages will be with yourself. And company, every year, minimum once, it will be giving you dividends. And as company is growing and making everything possible in order to monetize every this project that we are working on or underway, or some of them already they are active. So for the time being, company is working on more than 30 projects, as we have already mentioned it over there. So every of these projects, they will be monetized and brought to the international market. And accordingly or decoratively, the income and profit and volume of this profit will be increased more and more than several times. And naturally, payment over these packages will be only increased and reaching wonderful results. And company is making and targeting that everybody who is now holder for $1,000 in packages, most probably they will be getting every year they will be getting not less than $1,000. Yes, it is real. That's because company is having ambitions. They are getting billions and billions this capitalization for this company. And but by gaining wonderful that income profit, so all this profit that it will be 50% of this profit, but I mean by profit that will be uh, distributed over those packages what you have with yourself. And we have wonderful and bright horizon ahead of us. In 2030 and beyond, company will reach the global this idea or target of these companies that is reaching its own metaverse. We are doing and we are going, and we are very, very full. That because from the beginning, we are focusing on our laboratories dealing with artificial intelligence, blockchain technologies, and other modern technologies. And you also they have mentioned it that Webas Capital's CEO, Alexander I, respected founder of this company for the time being, he is on in South Africa. That because we were already talking, we had negotiations, and now, as you know, and if you do not know, so we have become validator for Canton Network. It is huge achievement for this company also. And most probably, more so we will be getting more grants, more achievements, definitely that because company is planning. And already we had MOUs, we had negotiations with different Chinese companies, leading companies, in order to release, launch our own gadgets. That also, you know about all these things because so last this webinars by CEO Alexei Ognev clearly demonstrated that our nearest is planning to getting these gadgets also. And gradually we are increasing ourselves. And one more important, very, very important thing that also I will be telling you that before just distributing the dividends, the last savings. So everybody had wonderful opportunity in order to increase their packages or upgrade their, just purchase these packages. And I was observing how people eagerly, and they were very, very happy to, participating in this marathon, I think. That because even in India, I observed that if you compare with the previous month, for 300%, that was increased purchasing of these packages. Purchasing of packages only for up to 15th, it is increased for this February month up to 30 as 300% more if to compare with the previous January months. And that was unique you. And I was really very, very, just happy seeing that how these people, they are enthusiastically, they are moving towards this reaching our final goal because everybody by purchasing these packages of this company automatically even for $50 if you make investments, so automatically you will become the co-owner of this company. You will be constructing your own future with Digiu ecosystem, and that is a proud because now you're seeing the company is expanding. It's becoming wonderful ecosystem globally, and definitely many, many countries. We are working with 184 globally countries. They are now involved with DGU. More than $2 million as bonuses is already have been paid. Around 400, thousand. That is for dividends and 30% for, benefit or income, just buyback. Everything is done. You see, if you do and observe and follow and to see, and if you want to see the history of global companies like Amazon, Apple, this Metas and others, some of them, they have paid their first dividends within 15 years of their activities. Some of them 20 years, and some of them more than 20 years. Then they have paid the first of their dividends. But this company, if you go and observe the history of development of this company, you will see that even from the first year of their activity, already the company has started to pay dividends. It is great opportunity to everyone. That because company is very, very reliable. Shares are very, very reliable, and definitely we will be constructing our life along with this respected company. And I wish you and all our wonderful and beloved community members of in African continent to get more active participation in the life of the DGU, be with DGU, and construct their own life and their life of their future and the life of their great children and their grandchildren in order to reach the highest horizons on their lifetime and definitely be very, very happy using all these outputs, instrument tools developed by DGU ecosystem. Thank you very much. I'm really very, very, very happy being with you, with this wonderful community. Back to you, Mr. Junior.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Gafar. We also have a notable leader here, that is Mr. Raphael. I don't know if he has something to say before we get into questions. In fact, let's go directly to questions. I am seeing Mr. Clavery, Mr. My son. I am seeing my son. I don't know if you have something to say, you have a question, misunderstanding, I don't really know. We have some people that are here that can answer your questions. My son, please, can you open your mouth? Okay, yes, go ahead.
Yes, evening. It's my song here. I'm in South Africa.
Wow, wow, wow.
Can
Wonderful.
can you hear? Yes, yes, yes. Um, I've been an investor here, I think since 2022.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, but while the system was just started, yeah, I see that Digiu is growing, man, and I'm very happy I took this decision to be an investor here. I'm watching every move. I sometimes not really get to webinars and all that, but I'm following. So I don't really have questions so far. Thank you.
Okay, you are welcome, Mr. My son is your name? Or it's just you just put it like this? Is it your name?
My name is Kosa, basically. I'm Songezo. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes.
Junior?
Your name is
My name is Songezo.
Songezo.
Yes.
Okay, we are happy to see you in one webinar. In which forum are you? Are you in the South African forum?
I'm in South Africa, Eastern Cape region.
No, I'm talking about the forum, the WhatsApp forum. Are you in South African WhatsApp forum?
South African? What?
No, WhatsApp forum. Do you know that Alexander I is in South Africa now?
I just heard now from the guy that just spoke now.
Ah, okay. Are you the
Otherwise,
one?
I was not aware. I was
Okay.
not aware.
Yes. That means one
Yeah.
one founder, Digiu founders, is in South Africa presently as we are talking. But in fact, personally, I don't really know in the town. You see, but if Mr. Marvelous
Oh,
was
yeah.
there, maybe he would have helped us on that question. But one of Digiu's founders is in South Africa now, presently.
Yeah, I just heard now, my man, and that's great news. I'm sure, yeah, that will bring some fruitful results also.
Okay. All right. Thank you very
Yeah.
much. We also have another one, or maybe he went out, or I don't really know if it is the network. In fact, some people of Nigeria presently, they had, let's say, another physical conference. That is why we do not have some of them that used to be there during our webinars. So that is why we may have some people like that. But we know that this webinar was okay. And then we will have another let's say some others webinar, especially next week. So we thank your participation. We thank your presence. We are happy to have you in our midst. We have news, let's say in the ecosystem. The dividends were paid, let's say this week, I think, yes, were paid this week, let's say on Monday. So it is a good news. You know, some people used to say that maybe it was small, but I used to say, in fact, at the beginning, it is like that. Some people, in fact, like Microsoft maybe spent even 15 years before paying dividends for the first time. And I am among those people thinking that for now we must not even focus on dividends. We must focus on how to develop the ecosystem. So let's work together to build our community. Today, maybe the highest number we were, let's say during the participant was, I think, something like 9. But later on, in fact, we must be more than that. So I really want to call us, let's say, to work in such a way that the webinar, first of all, of this coming Thursday, after Thursday, because Thursday will be really, really practical. But we are also going to have another webinar on, let's say, on Saturday of presentation. And I know that it will be powerful, very powerful. So I thank the participation of everyone here. Mr. Gaffa, thank you. I know that there in Russia, especially in Novosibirsk, is very late already, something like 2 or 3 a.m., of course.
Yes. Yeah,
So I
it's
know
like
that
it.
yes, it's a great sacrifice that you are doing for, let's say, for our community. We say thank you. We are not taking it for granted. So thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you. Really, really. And I would like to say you that you see now it's very, very cold here. Even now, it is more than 20 degrees minus. But you know, you have been here, and we will be every time very, very happy to see our community members, people who will be coming and enjoying Novosibirsk, Russia, because you know that it's very, very hospitable area, and we are developing, and we will be developing together. And we have wonderful community in Africa. And when I observe it, one thing that see all these people whom this dividends will be has been have been yeah, I mean just distributed. More than 80% of these people they have prepared it to get Digiu shares. It's wonderful results what we have because people they rely and they are finding us very, very reliable company. You see, 80% of these people they do not prefer money. They tell that they will be getting shares, and I was very, very happy for these people. I myself also I have chosen this one, but people around me without any knowledge, just I was introducing that how you just they tell no money is nothing, but our future with shares of this DGU, I mean, this shares. That's you see, trusting to this wonderful and very, very valuable this shares of this company that is definitely creating our wonderful and very, very bright future for ourselves, and not only for ourselves, but for entire our next generation also. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Gaffa. Okay, we are almost at the end of this, let's say, this conference, or let's say this webinar. Mr. Gerard has come. I don't really know if he can give us the last word before we close. I don't know if he can open his mic, if it is possible, because I know
Yes.
that he was all right. Thank you very much.
Good evening, everybody.
Good
Mr.
evening.
Gaffa, thank you for always being with us. Thank you for the meeting. I was a little busy. I'm still busy, but I wanted to join you before the end for me to say something. So thank you, Mr. Junior, for the presentation. Hope you have made the record so that you can share it across our various community. One thing I want to say is that the end is better than the beginning. It is not the matter for where you are beginning, but where we are going and where we will end. Because after saying that, I want to say that we are in a long-term process. Maybe in the middle of the process, we will begin to see some fruit, but we need to be patient. When you want to build a big house, it takes time. For example, for cement to be strong, for a wall to be strong, it takes time, it takes preparation, it takes strategy, how to build it. So what we are doing today, we have hope and we know that we are going somewhere and we'll be happy for the result. So let's continue to add enough share in our bag because after that, we will be happy for the result. And yes, the result is coming. We see what is going. We have seen that, for example, our venture capital is already a validator in a big, big ecosystem. This is a good news for us. And a lot of news like this will come. I know that I have confidence that our technical team, our funder are cooking us some things very well. at the right time, we will have it on the table and we enjoy it. So thank you. And I encourage all the investor, all our partners and leaders, don't give away. Let's continue to encourage people to buy enough share going to the end. So once more, all the team, I thank you for your presence. I thank you for your commitment and see you on the top. Good night.
Good night, good night, good night.
Yes, very, very good night to all of you. Thank you very much.
Yes.